Namaskaram. Welcome to yet another episode of Arimugam. Today we have with us one of the very famous, popular and exponent in Kathak in the Bay Area, Mrs. Srimati Pragya Das Gupta. She has her own dance school in the Bay Area for the past 18 years and more. She performs, choreographs and teaches students here. Namaskaram ji, thank you and welcome to our show.
Namaste.
How has been your experience learning this art form?
When I started very early age. I was only 3 years old when I started. So my family, in my family, there is nobody who is a dancer or who has chosen this dance as a profession. So I am the first one. So it just, I started by holding my mom and dad's hand. They wanted me to get involved with some activity other than academic. So they chose dance. And I'm so fortunate and so thankful that they did that. So it's all started from there. None of us, neither my mom and dad or I, had any experience, or we didn't know what to expect next. So we just started going through the path. That's it. But slowly I started enjoying it a lot. So they were a big supporter of me. So then I did slowly, went ahead and then I finished my graduation in Kathak. Then I did side by side with my academic masters. I did the masters in performing art also, which is Kathak. I did that. Then I started learning more into the choreography, into the stage lighting and all, stage setup and
technical
side also. Then I started learning. So it was I would say that it's a wonderful experience, like coming from a small city to going to the metropolitan city. I next went to Kolkata.
Where are you from basically?
I'm from Bihar. And in Bihar, Jamshedpur is a small city. But it's very culturally developed. So that's why we got all the opportunities to, went ahead and then started everything we wanted. So while I was doing masters, I went to my Guruji, my current Guruji, who is Nritya Sharmani Guru Vandana Sen, and Nritya Vilas Guru Chandra Banerjee. She is her daughter. Yeah. So I learned from both of them, and I started getting more into Kathak, started loving it. And teaching experience, of course, after getting married, I came here when I was 25. So then my husband helped a lot to set up here, because without his help it was difficult for me to go anywhere and do anything. So but once he did that and once I started my school, I never had to look back. So I love my students, I love teaching, and Kathak itself is my passion. So that's why when some passion becomes your work, you actually enjoy that.
And like we say in other art forms, like in Bharatanatyam that we say different banis. I think even Kathak has different styles of dancing.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
And they are called gharanas?
They are called gharanas.
Yes. Could you please explain a bit more on them? Like how many do we have? What are the differences and like that?
So we have main 3 gharanas, Lucknow Gharana, Jaipur Gharana and Banaras Gharana. All these gharanas are named after the city from where they emerged from. And then we also had Raighar Gharana, which was there for very small time, because that was kind of like a merge to in between, like in Lucknow and Jaipur, and they made Raighar. So it did not go that popular because we already had Lucknow and Jaipur Gharana
separately
there. And they're very different from each other, yet they're similar. So if I say Lucknow Gharana, that focuses mainly on the Lasyangi part of the Kathak. Lasyangi means where we have expression, we have beautiful postures, we have more, feminine aspect in there. But that doesn't mean that the men do not do it. They definitely do it. But the approach of the performance, when we see the more into that aspect, we can see that. Whereas Jaipur Gharana is Tandavangi. Tandavangi means the bowls and everything. They use pakhavaj bowls. Like Lucknow Gharana uses tabla bowls. They use pakhavaj. Pakhavaj itself is a heavy instrument, and their bowls also like that. So and then they use the male person. In earlier age, mainly the male person used to dance Jaipur. But here nowadays everybody learns everything and then they are doing it very good.
Okay.
But their postures and everything was pretty like little stiff, not as delicate as Lucknow Gharana, but they have their own speciality. They are very good in the footwork and all. Those are very, very strong, I would say. The approach was very strong. Then the third one is Banaras Gharana, which was completely, they focused on Radha Krishna. So any of their bowl means the composition, any of their dances, their dance items, piece, everything is related to Lord Radha and Krishna. Even in their, they took small poems and they started putting it in the tal. So that is very interesting, So I would say three gharanas had very specific feature when they started.
Which of these is the one you learned and you teach your kids?
I have learned Lucknow Gharana, style of Kathak. So I have learned from, first I learned from Dr. Nagendra Mohini ji. He is from Lucknow Gharana style. Then I have learned from Guru Vandana Sen. And she is the senior disciple of Shammu Maharaj ji, Pandit Shammu Maharaj ji. So I am coming from that parampara. So it is completely Lucknow Gharana.
Could you please tell us more about that lineage of gurus you learned from, how their style was, or how was your experience watching them perform or teach? How was it as a child learning from them?
First of all, I am not that fortunate enough to watch Pandit Shammu Maharaj ji. I mean, I wish that I could watch him, right? But I have watched plenty of performances of Guru Vandana Sen and Guru Sri Chandra Banerjee. So, and they are fabulous. I mean, it's not only because of Lucknow Gharana or Jaipur Gharana or some other gharanas. I just cannot take my eyes off when they do it because they are so much complete in themselves. So, looking at them, looking at their style, wherever they step, it feels like that the style is starting from there. So for me, it is like that. So when I watch them, I have never felt that I will go and think like, okay, which style they are performing now.
We just enjoy that.
Just enjoy it as a whole because they have a lot to give to us still. So I just enjoy their dancing.
Teaching in US, everything is by ourselves. Back in India, we'll have someone to help with our lighting, costumes, makeup. We just have to teach the students and make sure we have everything in place. But in US, it's all on us. We have to arrange the costumes. We have to make sure that we put the makeup. We have to tell them how to do the hairstyle, the costume. How do you manage it here?
So first of all, I do not let them perform until 1 or 2 years of learning because I feel that the style, understanding the style itself takes a little time. And then just learning one step and showing off one step, that doesn't do any good.
Right.
That is kind of like wastage of their time. And they also feel discouraged because whatever they have thought of might be about the performance, they do not see themselves in there. So I strictly tell them that when you're coming to my school, do not expect to dance 1 to 2 years, depending on the ability. Couple of kids are really good, so they start dancing in 1.5 year. But couple of them even take more than that. And I just say that if the base is good, then it is going to take you a long time and you will get plenty of opportunities, but do not rush through it. So in that way, the very small kids, they do not have to invest anything because when they go on stage, I just tell them to any one color of anarkali, dress. They can wear that and they can perform because those are very small performances, mostly in between the school or in the familiar environment where they can flourish themselves and they can be open up. So those things, but slowly when they grow up a bit, when they go to diploma course and all, at that time they start performing like formally on the stage. So at the time, definitely they need costumes, and costume, if you want to stitch here, it becomes very expensive. It's highly expensive.
And we don't have that much skilled people
I would say that I actually have tried once. So it is okay if you know the design. Then as a teacher, I can draw the design, I can tell the thing and those things. I have done it, but then the charges got so high that I dare not to do that anymore.
It's better to shape it.
It is better to shape it. And then here also I am very lucky that my Guruji's daughter, Guru Sri Chandra Banerjee, who is my guru as well, so she is very active in that. So So far I didn't have to go to India
Okay.
and do anything by myself. So I feel very lucky about
Lucky,
that, because it's a lot of work in India also
Right.
if you want to stitch.
Okay.
She does it. She designed all the costumes.
Okay.
And
Since we have been talking about Arangetram with others, that's one very common thing we do in Bharatanatyam. And I have recently seen, even in other art forms, there is Rangapravesha or like that too. Is there something like that in Kathak? I haven't seen anything personally. So just curious, do they have anything that they do as a ritual like Rangapravesha for Kathak?
actually, we never had it.
Okay.
So in Kathak, the main thing was taking exams every year.
Okay.
So then you pass, you get the certificate from India, and then those are pretty valuable.
Okay.
You can show it to college, and everywhere they accept it.
Okay.
And you get Visharad, you get graduation certificate. So those things were the main.
Okay.
So and then people used to do the solo performances and all, but it was never been a like formal thing, or it didn't have a name.
Okay.
That okay, they used to name in a different whatever they used to like it to like. So but in 2018 my school started doing that. Before that they were just doing here and there,
Okay.
like solo performances without any name, as everybody does it. But then it came to my mind, and I asked my Guruji that could you please name something? And I think that everybody, all the Kathak dancers will like it,
Okay.
because we are putting solo shows, but we don't have such names which
Okay.
we can talk about. And if you can think of something, because she is a legendary
Okay.
dancer,
And
right? So coming from her is always a very
Yeah.
way too
A
much
blessing,
valuable
yeah, right.
and than anybody else.
Yeah.
So then I requested her, and she said okay.
Okay.
And then in 2018, first time she named it Rangmanch Ki Puja.
Okay. Could you just tell me what all the items are that makes a complete Rangmanch Ki Puja? The items that has to be there for a good one, like complete one.
Complete one. So the thing is that in Kathak we have different tals on which we perform.
Okay.
So when a dancer is ready and doing 2 hours or 3 hours of dancing solo, so what we start with the different stuti,
Okay.
stotram, then bhajan. We
Okay.
start with those. Then in the middle, in between that, they also do tal. So
Okay.
in tal they have like different compositions. So I can tell you the names. So those are like Ahmad, Salami, Tukra, Paran, Gat. They do, and all those things that goes on like one after another.
Okay.
So each tal, the students at least have to perform half an hour long, and they do not stop in between. And also in Kathak we have a very beautiful thing which is different from others.
Okay.
Is Padant.
Okay.
Padant is singing the bowl. So when a dancer is dancing
between the
in between,
performance,
yes,
right,
performance,
yes.
they need to have the stamina to go in front of the microphone and sing the bowl.
Yeah.
Sing the bowl is different from saying the bowl.
Yes.
You have to sing it so that it is Shruti Madhur.
Shruti, the tal.
The
right?
tal is there and it sounds good and it goes with the mood of the bowl. So that they have to
The breath
practice.
control and
breath
everything.
control, absolutely, because they cannot ruin it there. So they do those things. So they
Okay.
show those abilities. Then they have Tatkar, which is a complete footwork.
Oh, okay.
Kathak is elaborate footwork. The Tumris are also mainly on Radha and Krishna.
Okay.
So they do that. They love to do that. Then the end part is always Tarana.
Okay.
Tarana is something which is the blend of music, dance, and instrument bowls.
Okay.
So when you blend it together, that's how my
So
school name is Tarana as well.
Oh, okay. There's always I think a combination where the musician goes, then the dancer goes. Is that?
No, it's not that. It's Tarana is a song piece where you have all those included already.
Okay.
So one person has to sing, one person has to go on tabla,
Okay.
but they all together do it, and the dancer shows the all aspects of these three
Okay.
parts. So dance part, then instrumental and music.
Okay.
So they show the all three things
Okay.
together
Together.
in one item. That is called Tarana.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you do it here, where do you get the musicians from? Do they come from India or the local musicians we have in Bay
So
Area?
far, I have worked with the local
Okay.
musicians because we have many talents here.
Yes.
Yeah, and few of them I have done it when I could not do it. So
Okay.
I have done it on the recording. So
Okay.
I get the CD done, the recording done in India.
Okay. So how has been the teaching life and the performing life in this COVID past 2 years?
I would say it is more hectic.
Okay.
It got more hectic because earlier when it is stage performance, then we used to think that, oh, I have to do the costume now, I have to teach this, I have to do the music. But now I have to record it and edit it. So those are, I think, much more worse than stage performance. You make the students ready, you send them somewhere, they're performing and coming back. You're relaxed. Your lighting is there. But now everywhere, kind of like I'm like holding the light and going, and then so that it got very hectic and very tough.
So on this banner, Shanmuga Theatres, we have brought so many teachers here. We are just introducing them to the people so that anyone who wants to learn dance can come and reach out to you. What do you think about this, and how can people reach out to you to learn Kathak? Could you please share your details? And
Sure. So before sharing my details, first the thing is that I really want to thank Shanmuga Theatre. It has been doing many things in past year. I could see that, and slowly it is even. First it was like maybe once in a month, and I can see every week now something or else is going on. And every time it reaches to a different topic, different part of the culture thing it's bringing in front of everybody. So which is wonderful, which I really like it. I really wish them best, and whatever way I could support them, I am ready to support, because this is how we are like coming together. So it's a wonderful thing. And also educating the kids, also it is a great media to educate the kids. They can see, they can watch it in their time, they can absorb the whole thing. So it is great thing Shanmuga Theatre is doing.
Thank you so much.
And about my details, Namaskar once again. My name is Pragya Dasgupta. I am the artistic director of Tarana Dance Academy. I have branches in Fremont, Union City and San Ramon. And I have been teaching here past 18 years. So if you want to reach me, please, you can email me at pragyatarana@gmail.com or call me at 510-610-5006. And if you want to go to my website, it is kathakacademy.org. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming and
Thank you.
sharing your
It's nice
knowledge
to
with us.
talk
Thank
to
you
you.
so much. Same
Thank
here.
you.